Yes, good old TJ.
Konnichiwa, Neo Squad, your boy INCOG, back with another reaction video. And today, for you guys, we are doing part 5 of the Who Can Beat Gilgamesh video Fate Lore discussion. We are on part 5 of this. So we got another hour and 18 minutes and 37 seconds of this video. So I'm not even going to dilly-dally with this because it's going to be a long video anyway of doing part 5. So without further ado, guys, before you get to it, stop a like on the video. Helps y'all grow out a lot. It helps this video get out to more people. Share the videos where you share cool stuff, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that red button down below. It's free. If you guys coming over here, you recommend to this. We do daily content like this. Also as well, hit the bell notification. Make sure you click all so you know about every time I make a future upload. And last but not least, slap a like for your boy. Not slap a like for your boy. Go hit that follow button on Twitch. And yeah, so now we're starting off at an hour, 17 minutes and 15 seconds. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So play.
Most that has the best chance of beating him.
Yeah. Like with Ozzy, I'm pretty sure like 9 fights out of 10, Gil would win. This one, with Altera, I'm willing to go more 50-50, honestly.
Right. So, okay, I think that's a pretty good closing.
So let's see what's going to be the next
Altera,
two characters.
At least as far as the White Titan form, definitely stands a chance, which is really interesting, because I didn't really think about that much before going into this, so that would be another really interesting fight. But, now let's get into some more, I guess, classic fights. These are more just, I have a list here, a small list of more warrior types that you guys have written down that do have the ability to fight gods or mysterious, kind of mystical beings and such. I think some people might already have a few in mind, which are probably on this list. The most, namely, being Skahak, since she brags to people that she's killed gods.
I think out of FGO especially, can Skahak beat Gale?
The red eyes, she a problem.
Questions.
Right.
Because I feel like I've seen that discussion a lot before.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Scotch.
So Skahak's underlying parameters, she's got the Strength B. She also has the Endurance A, the Agility A, the Mana C. She's got a Luck A, surprisingly high luck for a Lancer. So for skills, for class skills, she's just got that Magic Resistance A.
She's a Lancer, okay.
Primordial Runes, which is
man, it's kind of trash. It's the only thing.
So the Primordial Runes
I mean,
are
that's
like
pretty good.
ancient magic circuits from the Age of Gods. Like Skahak acquired her runes directly from Odin, basically. So she has, even as a Lancer, she has full-blown access to high-level magecraft. No longer exists in the world in some cases. The Wisdom of Dunskaith at A+, which is a powerful Guardian-type figure. If she feels like it, basically mimic any skill that is not unique to a hero. So if she felt like it, she could have a knowledge of like military tactics and even impart that to another character. Similar ability that Chiron has. It works in a similar way. So once again, she's got a big tool bag. And then, of course, Godslayer B. Her parameters are increased when fighting divine spirits or servants with divinity. Once again, Gil has a very high divinity. Note, Skahak has no divinity of her own, which means that especially with her high agility, she's going to be pretty hard for the Gilman to pin down. And for Noble Phantasm, she has 2. She's
about to say that she's going to be able to move around the map a lot.
Basically, she can
like
utilize
both
versions of Gaybolg at the same time, the throwing and the instant death causality form. Also, she has an additional ability to basically pin the target in space with one of them too, which is kind of like some Legends of Gaybolg, but are not
pin them in space though.
For ultra fun, Gate of Sky A. So yeah, she's Skahak is the ruler of the Land of Sky, the Isle of Sky, and the Land of Shadows, which is she can summon a giant gate that sucks everything into the Land of Shadows, and you either die instantly and your soul is sucked in, or it just sucks a lot for you. Like, it hurts a lot. So yeah, Skahak's one of those characters who's definitely got the tools.
Right, she sounds like the type who would very swiftly incapacitate Gil first and then kill him.
Yeah, like, honestly, with God...
Oh, go ahead, Lucky.
No, Godslayer's gonna...
Yeah, Godslayer, it's like, as I said, she already has Endurance and Agility A. Like, just the starting off. Godslayer on top of that? Like, I don't think Gil could honestly react in time.
Right.
if Skahawk. But here, see, we keep talking about personalities.
It's way too much for
and
him.
first and foremost, Skahawk is a teacher of heroes.
Second of all, Skahawk is a Death Seeker.
Yes.
She wants to die. She wants to be in a good fight that she loses. We talked about how Gil would never intentionally.
I don't think Skahawk would ever intentionally lose either, though. That's the thing.
Because the
Not
thing is, she's
intentionally
also
lose.
always looking for a good fight. I honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't think she wants to lose, but like,
It's kind of like
the
this
thing is they
with,
have to
with the
beat
whole
her.
situation for her.
If
then
the opportunity came up that
versus Gil.
she would lose, choosing to escalate or something, she wouldn't like, out of arrogance or spite, try and like pull out one last trick. She would be like,
No, yeah, like when she feels like she's been thoroughly beaten, she will, literally be like, finally.
But at the same time,
she would accept defeat.
she is absolutely the character who would throw everything at her opponent if necessary, like immediately, probably very like quickly, because she's always, you're right, she's a teacher, so she's always looking to test her opponents.
Yeah.
No, she
Now-
would. She would give Gil a run for his money. I think the real question is just that, can her Lancer form? Once again, we talked about can her Lancer form get up close? Because yeah, she can do the like
Is this-
throw and it explodes like a
Is this
bomb,
somebody microwave?
but that's just one projectile, right? Like
I don't know.
Babylon's
Remember
everywhere.
how many barriers Kuz Gable bust through? Like what? Like the question is, what could stop it?
Stop it, but he could get the fuck out of the way, right? Or he could like counterattack her while she's busy throwing, right? Like
I don't know. Wisdom of Dun Scans. What skills would she pull out to give herself that edge over that? Like with clairvoyance, tactics.
The important thing about the way Skahawk uses Gable alternative is she never throws it at him first. First she sticks them with the paralyze one.
Right.
Then she does the throw at you one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Godslayer plus agility. Hey, I'm pretty sure she can get pretty.
Yeah, she's
The
fast
also-
as
the other
fuck.
important thing is, she has primordial runes. And we have discussed before, Gil's magic resistance is shit.
Yeah.
Only exists because he is a servant. That is an aptitude he does not have in life. It's entirely possible she could try and get him with Magecraft, too. Like,
So this is what I think about listening to Gata Sky.
They basically just said he is trash at magic resistance. He's garbage. Like, bottom tier.
The power it is released as a counter to it.
the gate wouldn't make it, but you're probably right. The blast could go where it would not necessarily be a problem. And Skahawk has used Gate of Sky as an emergency get out button before, so
That's true, yeah.
Yeah,
she could
like,
either try and get the fuck out of a situation, or she could try and basically. I don't think she can do it a second time.
But actually, she probably wouldn't try it a second time. That's like
Actually,
Might
yeah,
give her
she doesn't even. I
I
don't think she needs to use Gate of Sky to suck up Aya. She could, or any attack from it. She could actually use it maybe to like suck herself up, and so that Aya just pretty much misses completely, and then just comes right back and just kills his ass.
As much as
Like, real
people might
talk-
complain. Go ahead, Lucky.
Sorry, that got really excitable.
yeah, it really did. Yeah, the
Be
Gate
like,
of Sky.
surprise!
Wouldn't necessarily, like, she wouldn't use it to suck up Gil, but like basically once she's used it,
Come out that
once,
gave me like
I
surprise,
have this odd
motherfucker.
feeling, like just the way she is as a Death Seeker, she would not like try to use it again. Like whatever opportunity she used it for, she would use it once, and if she like whatever result wasn't what she wanted, well that's it. But here's the thing that gets me after that. What does Gil do after Aya fails?
Right? The look on his face alone would probably be priceless.
It's like that's
Is that physically possible? Can I miss? Hold on, I gotta call some people. Phone from the Gate of Babylon dials up the ancient Mesopotamian gods. Is like, guys, I missed. Is that possible?
the Mesopotamian gods would be like, "Fuck you! You didn't never do what we want. Why do we care?"
He hangs up, then he gets stabbed.
Yeah,
But
pretty
I was gonna
much.
say, as much as some people may complain about how for a character who's written about very minimally, Skahawk seems pretty overblown. At the same time, I think that basically the way her character is once again, she's got the toolkit to match Gil pound for pound, and if he actually hits her, that's probably it.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
like we said, with agility A and Godslayer, and Wisdom of Dunscape and all that, is she gonna let him get an easy shot? I don't
Not to mention, and this is kind of conjecture, but this is mostly proven by the game. I mean, not only is she a teacher, I mean, I think we can kind of agree she's probably one of the smartest fighting servants you could possibly have on your side. She might even be a little bit smarter than Gil, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised.
Honestly, that's the wisdom of Dunskythe coming in there. She
Teacher
has all this
and
learning
smart.
and knowledge.
Well, I mean, it
because
goes in the
technically
end.
She's an immortal.
He's a
Now, you
smart
could say
fighter.
that's kind of weird that she's an immortal, but in fiction, in the legends, it's never recorded that she dies at any point. She just kind of leaves the narrative of Ku's legend and stays there.
And considering one of her skills specifically accentuates how wise and or intelligent she is, I think that says something.
Honestly, I honestly feel that Skahawk would honestly try to teach Gil a lesson. Like,
Probably.
literally. Like, try to, like, curb some of that arrogance from him in order so he would fight her a bit seriously. But even then, I don't think it'd be enough.
He'd probably just laugh at her at a certain point, and she'd be like, "Oh, you're fucking helpless," and to just whoop his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
no, he'd laugh at her, and then she'd
I mean, that makes sense.
backhanded with the flat end of one of her gay balls.
Right.
All right,
That also
well,
makes sense.
training begins now.
I need art of Gilgamesh looking very, very scared next to Ku.
I never thought we'd actually reach that consensus. Oh my god.
Like, she loses to Ku Alter, for instance. But I think against Gilgamesh specifically, she's got the tools she needs.
Well, remember, she only lost to Ku Alter because he used a trick that she didn't expect him to use, or even that she even knew about.
Right, he used his new Noble Phantasm, basically, his new ability that she didn't teach him because it was the altered version of him.
Right. Whereas Gil doesn't really have much to show off. He has Gate of Babylon, he has the Chains of Enkidu, and that's pretty much all he ever uses outside of Ea.
And stuff in the Gate of Babylon, but I don't think it'll help him necessarily.
Right.
No.
And do you think, in that case, if Skahawk's never seen Ea before, or even knows what it does, granted, Ea doesn't exactly happen immediately, Enema Elish doesn't exactly happen immediately. Do you think then Skahawk would immediately realize, given the power of it? Because remember, Iskandar took like one look at it, and he was like, holy shit, I could see the universe. I think Skahawk would take one look at this thing and be like, I need a plan.
Well,
No, I think she would have the wisdom to realize it's bad news bears.
Right.
Almost anybody who's ever actually seen him pull it out has been like, oh. So the other thing I was going to say just before that point was that, once again, there's always the question, it might never even get to Ea, because Skahawk has a unique ability. We've talked before about how some servants can get locked down pretty easy by Gil. I think Skahawk's one of the few characters
I like the
who
image
could
for
lock
her, though, to
Gil
use.
down. Because she has her Rune Mage craft. She's got one of the abilities of her Gay Bolts would be to on him or freeze him in space. If he is arrogant enough to get trapped by her, I mean, hell, the power of Gay Bolg fundamentally is to, like I said, reverse causality and get your heart, right? Like it makes an effect happen, and then it makes the universe figure out the cause for that effect.
That'd be game
Here's
over.
something I just
Stuck
realized.
and he can't dodge.
I just realized something about Gil. He is literally all offense, no defense.
Right. Except for the armor he wears, which we already discussed. That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
If the armor would actually do anything to negate the power of Gay Bolg.
Like, he has no shields. He has, well, I take that back. He might have some shield. He probably does have
Stuff
shields in his gate, but I don't think it'd be not be enough against Gay Bolg. Like, nothing.
Like I said, if she locks him down, that could be it.
No defense. Defense wins championships,
Right.
Gil.
Characters placed to do
Gotta
that,
get that
to
up,
be
baby.
able to actually flip that around.
Because remember, yeah, it was... The only reason Artoria was able to essentially dodge Gay Bolg in the first place was because her magic resistance is so high.
And her luck are freakishly high, and like we said before, she's got instinct. So
That too,
she
yeah.
has that ability to read a battle and realize, oh, this is bad news.
So she's basically... Artoria basically has everything in her arsenal to dodge something like Gay Bolg. Gil does not.
No. Which is ironic. Is there
Yeah,
ever
luck is like
a route where Gil and Ku
Stupid
seriously
dumb.
fight?
I don't think so.
No.
Not a single
Hey,
one. I
look.
don't even know if they ever meet.
Yeah.
Do they ever
They're on
meet?
the same side. I mean, I'm sure in like Hollow Ataraxia or something they've met. But
Oh, sure,
like,
yeah,
in-
yeah.
in the
Remember-
original Fate Stay
remember-
Night, I don't.
I remember
so,
Ku fucking detested the shitty priest, so he's like tried to stay out of his way as much as fucking possible.
Right.
Which is why
The problem I think that Ku has is that he doesn't have the full bag of tricks that Skahak has.
That's true.
Like,
Skahak has so much shit. My God.
Ku's got great
Well, I
battle
said that she's-
continuation. Gil could stab Ku a couple of times, and he'd be like, "Yes, keep it coming. I'm gonna get you."
Like, literally, if need be, Skahak could just match Gate of Babylon by firing off more gay bulgs. Ku can't do that.
Also true. She invents them, so yes. It's only in her assassin form we really see that. But yeah, no. She
Hey,
can make
hey, the way you
gay
said
bulgs she
that.
likes.
No, even in her Lancer,
Goodness!
her regular
So
attacks
much
feature multiple
stuff!
gay bulgs.
Can make like 6 or 7. Yeah. So yeah, she's got a shitload of spears.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway, oh, go ahead,
I
Lucky.
think it's unanimously
Oh, she can do that? I thought she only had, like, the
Skahak
2.
will kick Gil's ass.
Pretty much. She might even actually try to literally teach him a lesson in the meantime.
Oh, really?
But yeah,
now?
overall,
Infinite.
I mean, we're surprised. I honestly did not expect this. Again, another one where I'm just like, thinking about it though, yeah, Skahak's got the up and up on this one. She even has a trick. She even has, like, as you guys pointed out, a get out of jail free card against
The
Aya.
Skahak would
at
just
least once.
destroy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Skahak might actually take this one. Holy shit.
That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know about that.
So after that,
servant. I know he had a female one.
there
Pretty
is
cool.
a bit more of an interesting one, and I'm kind of going down on personally what I think would be tiered here. Next is Nobu, a very surprising choice.
I've been waiting to talk about this because Nobu's a gag character, but at the same time, she's so much fun in the sense that they gave her a lot of really weird and overblown abilities.
Don't give Gil that work, man.
Here's Nobu's parameters from Koha Ace, because remember, she explicitly shaved off a star in FGO.
Right.
Strength is ranked at B, Endurance B, Agility B,
Nobu.
Mana A, Luck A-, Noble Phantasm E to EX. She's got a Magic Resistance of B and an Independent Action B. She's got Military Tactics B, Charisma B-, Demon King A, a version of Innocent Monster. She can alter her appearance and become more demonic.
Oh!
And then the
Okay.
Tenkafubu Innovation, which is basically the more
Demon King of
godly
6
and
sevens,
mysterious the enemy is,
3,000
the more her
worlds.
parameters rank up, the more effective her strikes are, because is a revolutionary who
So they made
overturned
Nobunaga
the
Oda.
classical order
So
of
it's a
things in
female
Japan,
version,
right?
okay.
So
Oh yeah, I can tell you a few things. Like,
doesn't even Gil explicitly call out characters as revolutionaries in one? I'm trying to remember. That feels like that's a thing he said about people who rebel against the king.
yeah.
Yeah, this is literally Nobunaga
Nobu's
from
the
like
type of
Legend,
character.
from like the Dynasty Wars and all that.
She's
It's
got
literally,
two noble phantasms.
literally
So the
him
first
in a
is
nutshell,
3,000
just a
worlds,
female
which is
version.
ranked E to EX. Nobu can summon her phantasmal 3 lines of riflemen and shoot many rifles.
Dang, her agility is
Because
sucks,
the anecdote
which
of
I
her
guess that makes
using
sense
these
too.
firing
But
lines
goodness.
is against cavalry. They are inherently stronger against riding enemies. So unfortunately, he has no natural riding ability that's listed. But remember, Tenkafubu still applies. And then Demon King of the Sixth Heaven, E to EX. This is Nobu's other weird reality marble type effect, which summons the place where Nobu died, the Burning Temple of Honoji, and it creates a space where Nobu is the Demon King of Sixth Heaven. Basically, you know how we talked about how, good against divinity, good against mystery. Of this reality marble, Nobu destroys those things. She either utterly evaporates them or reduces their power dramatically, right? It creates a burning fire that burns away at those types of characters, right? Those types of servants and enemies.
Mhm.
A lot like Skahak here, Nobu has a lot of the tools she needs to beat Gil.
But they're much. I would personally say they're much weirder though. They're not as straightforward
yeah.
as Skahak's, where it's kind of obvious what she can do. This is all weird.
Well,
Yes.
like
Well,
right
again,
off
we
the
said she's originally a gag character.
Right.
Well, right off the bat, the 3 firing lines, like that's your Gate of Babylon count right there. You're gonna shoot off a whole bunch of things. I'm gonna fire off a whole bunch of guns.
Yeah.
And
Nobu only has, I think it's like 3,000 rifles in 3 lines, basically. So technically, I think Gil wins on ammunition.
on the ammunition, but as I said, this is also a race against time, okay? Of like who's gonna get off their power first.
Right.
Because as you said, basically once you get into the Demon King of Sixth Heaven, she gets that off. Does that cinch it for Nobu?
She pulls, I think if she can pull Demon King of the Sixth Heaven, where Nobu is the being that has absolute power over those with divinity and mystery, it would basically scorch him into nothingness because Gil has the most mystery.
Right.
Like, if I remember right, Nobu doesn't have to summon her guns in a line, because I remember seeing this from the
That I
Guda
think
Guda,
it's not. It's
1945
not as
CMs, like where she
confident.
has them, like, surrounding her circles.
So,
No, she
it's
can
like a
summon them anyway.
50-50,
I mean,
like,
she
maybe,
does this a lot
maybe
when,
not.
Attacking too in FGO. She makes them appear at random points.
Or
around
even
her.
51,
It's a bit-
48.
It's a bit like
Maybe
Gate of
not.
Babylon in that respect.
Maybe.
That, like, the rifles flying at people, it
The
shoots
same.
them at different angles. But yeah, no, she's got a lot of flexibility.
Yeah, no, she has military tactics speed, so I'm pretty sure because isn't that specifically like how to like employ like noble phantasms and whatnot better or something like that, if I remember correctly? How's
Noble
that work?
phantasms, but yes.
Yeah.
It
So-
increases your ability to use anti-army noble phantasms and decreases the effectiveness of your enemy's anti-army noble phantasms.
So she could basically use that to boost her own to basically combat Gate of Babylon, hopefully long enough for her to get close enough. I'm assuming she has to get close. For some odd reason, I always assume that she has to get close
Yeah, she does not have to be close.
to pull off Demon King of the Sixth Heaven. All the while Tenka Fuba is basically giving her an already massive stat boost, because guess what? The bigger they are, the bigger she gets.
So yeah, it's the question is, once again, it's can she actually get enough rate of fire to absorb Gate of Babylon? Because once again, she doesn't have a lot of defensive ability.
No.
So if Gil just fills her full of swords, that's it.
She also doesn't have an anti-Aya ability like Skullhawk.
No.
Yeah, she does not have a get
I
out of
mean-
jail free card.
Yeah.
If she gets to Demon King of Sixth Heaven before Gil gets to Aya,
Really?
once again, I think that's the
Huh.
exclusive trump cards. Basically, I don't think that they can fight necessarily. Like, I don't think those powers can clash the way they are described.
Mhm.
Gets to their ultimate trump card first. The other is done. Nobu doesn't have anything to soak
Just
the end
the
of
shish
that
kebabber, man. The shish kebab
Like we
noble,
said,
man.
As
Just can't
Gil
do that
is
about it.
the highest ranking of divinity and mystery we know of, absolute power over those servants, he would be burnt to ash instantly. That's like the ultimate anti-Gilgamesh attack.
Considering Nobu's military history,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that would be her go-to effing plan.
It might, but I was just about to ask, do you guys think then this might be the shortest fight?
I think so. Because while Nobu is comical and definitely a gag character, she is by no means a fucking idiot.
That is true, yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, the nickname Fool of Owari, but yeah, no. Nobu's a scary demon king.
She does have something of intelligence on her side.
I mean, military
also,
taxes
like,
at a B. I mean,
Brilliant
why not?
military commander. Part of the ability of Tenkafubu is like that innovation aspect, like a huge revolutionary in terms of like strategy, governance, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, like as I said, like Oda Nobunaga almost ended the Sengoku period all by himself. It was just a few key mistakes that he made that completely fucked him up.
Right.
So, as I said, he went against a lot of enemies, and so he has a lot. I would say, FGO Nobu would have a lot of ability engaging enemy strength, and the best way to fucking beat them.
Though I do find it kind of fitting that her noble phantasm ranks are both E to EX,
so
like they
many
waver like
servants.
that, and I know why, factually, but I also find that funny in this context, because, as Omega pointed out, if Gil gets the opportunity to just fill her full of swords, that is very possible. I won't say likely, but possible. And so I realize, Nobu, while she does have a huge trump card on her side that she can whip out whenever she wants, she might technically be the weakest person on our contenders. Just for the fact that she can just be destroyed with Gate of Babylon almost instantly if she makes a
Fundamentally,
mistake.
Nobu is a low mystery character. Like, she has some interesting conceptual bullshit, but ultimately, and her with like a katana at her side and lots of rifles, right? Like,
Right.
while there is like magical multiplicative effects, like yes, the rifles are inherently super strong against cavalry, so anybody who's got riding is like super fucked.
Right.
And she's stronger against higher mystery. It's noted as like characters who have, say, no divinity or mystery, they would find
Dang.
the world of Demon King of the
That's-
Sixth Heaven
that's
just
tough.
a little uncomfortably hot.
That's tough.
Right? Like,
Literally on the
powers
whole
fluctuate
list.
super
And
wildly.
we still got
so this is not, I think, as much of a done
55
deal as
minutes
Skahak
left, and
is,
that's
because
literally
No,
like
nowhere close.
each one to take down like
it's
that.
a who gets to pop the
crazy.
trump card first.
Right. Because I can see Nobu doing that, where she just straight up just does it. In fact, it would probably be hilarious, given that she's a gag character. It would probably be extremely funny if she just popped that immediately. But at the same time, I'm like, if he just decides to fire Gate of Babylon in the right place, she's just done. She has no defensive capabilities, and on top of that, she's just relative. Even though her parameters are high, she just doesn't seem like the type who would she would just be too squishy, basically.
Her only opportunity to counter Gate of Babylon is basically to counter shoot.
Right.
Yeah. And like I said before, I think she's physically limited to 3,000 rifles at a time.
Right.
I believe Gil is limited in that fashion.
Well, again, this can come back to personality. Is how many Gil's gonna shoot off at the same.
So both the defenses suck.
Knowing
This
Gil,
just
if
comes
he
down
gets
to who
plugged
can
with
get
one
the no
bullet,
phantasm mode
He's
first.
probably done. He's like, all right, I'm done with this situation.
Gabe Babylon, Aya versus Demon King at 6-7.
But then, another thing
Not
though,
hearing right now.
could Nobu's rifles
The rewards come down to.
actually go through his armor though?
Remember, Tenkafubu, that applies to all her attacks.
Ah, that's true.
She's stronger against mystery.
She basically cheats. Yeah, I got it. Fair enough.
So, I mean, there's a lot of fucking rifle shots in that.
Well, that is true. Just aim for the head and boom. You know.
I say it could go either way. It's as you say, whoever gets the trump card first.
Right.
And seeing how they go and personalities, it could be either one. Because Nobu could literally open the gate with freaking Demon King of Heaven.
We really need to understand what the situation. Why are these guys fighting? Do they just
That's
bump
true.
into each other in a dark alley?
Yeah, heck, even the landscape is probably very important for this fight.
Because Nobu's got that military tactic. Like,
She basically cheats.
she would try to employ strategy against Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh does not employ strategy.
Yeah,
He just
chill,
fires
man.
Gate of Babylon. Maybe Enkidu every once in a while. But yeah,
Basically.
so if Skahak was definitely, I would say, the most
All right,
done
guys, so we're gonna
deal
pause
out-
right there. We're an hour and 42 minutes and 26 seconds. We still got 53 minutes of this video. Making short, sweet, and simple at the end of this video. So, like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And the bell notification, make sure you click all so notified to make a future upload. And also as well, go ahead and go follow the Twitch, man. I'll link sure everybody's down below. But boy, INCOG, I am out. Peace.